There. And we're live. So all we're going to do is taking it into a gentle march. Remember, just moving those arms as well. And then what we're going to do is just add in some shoulder rolls backwards. So just nice and gentle. I've had another day where I've not left my desk today, so I'm clicking and clunking everywhere. And go forwards. Brilliant. And then we're just going to do circles with the arms. They don't need to be too wide, just whatever's comfortable, but keep moving those legs. That's it, well done. And forwards. Just opening up all around your shoulder joints and your chest. Okay, keeping the feet still, we're just going to lift up the right arm and reach. And as it comes down, lift up the left. So just a little stretch at the top. And then if you want, you can swing like a pendulum. So as one arm comes up, one arm goes down. And as the arm goes down, it reaches out to the back. That's it, well done. And now we're going to open out the arm on a diagonal, reach behind us and follow. Look at your hand as you reach back. So try and keep your hips facing forward. So you're twisting through your side. Just do 2 more of those. Brilliant, well done. Now all we're going to do, put the arms out in front, fingertips touching. And again, keeping those hips facing forward, we're just going to twist. Just gently to the side, hold it for 2 seconds as you get round. Alternate sides. One more on each side. Brilliant. Loosen your arms off. Now we're just going to go either into that gentle march or just take it into a jog, but light on your toes. So again, we just need to get that heart rate up a little bit. Move your arms as well. And then just raise those knees a little bit higher. So again, if you're just marching, just raising them up nice and slow. And then lift now your heels just up towards your bum. Again, if you're marching, just a pronounced movement. Brilliant, well done. Just back to a normal little jog. Fantastic. Okay, just stand with your legs a little bit wider than your hips, and we're just going to rotate the neck. So lower your chin to your chest. Slowly roll. And look to the other way. And back. One more. And then we're just going to finish with a roll down. I really, really like this one. So we're going to stand up. You're going to drop your chin to your chest and rotate down, reaching as far as is comfortable, but when you get down as far as you can go, hold the stretch just for 2 or 3 seconds, so you're rotating down each vertebrae. So chin to chest, drop your shoulders, rotate. When you're as far as you can comfortably go, just hold it for a second or 2 and rotate back up in the opposite direction. Shoulders back and stretch. And then just one more, chin to chest. Rotate down from the top vertebra. Feel it in your lower back. Your hamstrings, reach down. 1, 2, and slowly roll up. Shoulders back. Stretch up. There we go. Right. We'll keep that music going, it's fine. We're going to go into the main session now. And I've got my timer ready. Now, what we have been doing in the last couple of sessions is we've done 12 exercises, 30 seconds rest, 30 seconds of the exercise. Still got 12, but we're going to do 40 seconds of the exercise and 20 rest. But it's still at your pace, so if you need to stop at 30, you can do. That's absolutely fine. Starting before me. And I'll explain each exercise as we go through. Right, off we go. So our first one is just going to be a squat. So if you can only do shallow squats, that's fine. Just keep your back straight. It's your bum that's sinking towards the floor. Keep your chest up. And it's just down and squeeze your bum at the top. So off we go. Down and up. So legs. Doesn't matter how far you can go, especially on the first round. Just remember to squeeze that bum as you get to the top. You'll find on the second round, you'll probably be able to go a touch lower. That's it, fantastic, well done. Right, the last one, go down and hold and just pulse. 3, 2, 1 and up and have a rest, well done. So the next one is another squat, but as you go down and come up, you're going to do a hip circle, which just means bring your leg in front, circle out and down. But as you push up from these squats, just get your balance before you do a hip circle. So off we go. So it's down, up, lift your knee, just open it round, rebalance, and then the opposite leg. You might find that you're wobbling, it doesn't matter. Nice and slow, just try and get that controlled movement. Make sure you find your centre of balance. It's good for opening up all your hip flexors. Remember to squeeze your bum as you come to the top of your squat. Fantastic. One more. Brilliant, well done. Next, we're going to take the legs wide and we're going to do a lunge to the side. Again, we don't need to go in deep. If you want, as we lunge, reach towards the floor. We'll just keep your chest up and then we'll do the same. So we'll step, reach, reach. So off we go. If you want to just do the lunges like this, that's fine. So your leading leg bends and your side leg stays straight. If you want to add in the toe touches or just reaching towards the floor, just try not to arch your back as you go down. Just keep your head up. Fantastic, well done. One more. And rest. Some of these you might not feel too much out of breath with, but they do really work your muscles. So next, we've got the press up. So either go down to the floor, and we'll do it from feet or knees, or find that position on the wall and reach in. So off we go. So find your position. If you're doing it from the floor, on your knees, just keep your back nice and straight, lower down, and gently push up. If you're brave, do it from your toes if you want to do a full one, or do one or two, then drop to your knees and lower. Brilliant, keep going. Well done. So now, I'm just going to pause our countdown so you get an extra few seconds rest. Either do, if you've got a chair or the bed and you don't want to go to the floor for a sit-up, then you're going to do a seated leg raise, which would be towards the end of a chair, just holding on, or the bed. And for half the time, leg out straight, core tight, and just raising. And then when we get halfway, swap legs and lift, or we'll go down onto the mat, so your choice. So if you're going down onto the mat, lie down, but what we're going to do is start up and just go halfway back and up. So off we go. So either raising those legs up from the chair or just halfway back and push up. Just nice and controlled. If you're doing the leg raises, swap to your other leg. If you're comfortable doing this sit up, you can go lower if you want. Just depends on your core strength. My stomach's sore from the workout I did last night. Well done, and rest. So if you're on the floor, we're going to stay down and we're going to do Russian twists. I'll just pause the timer again. So if you're on the floor, as you're down, you're going to put the arms together and you're just going to rotate down to each side, just keeping the feet slightly raised off the mat. So rotating as far as you can go. If you're on a chair or the edge of the bed, you can do it seated, and all you're going to do is raise to your opposite leg like that. So it's up to you, either do it from the chair or from the floor. See, an extra few seconds rest there. So Russian twists on the floor, feet slightly raised off, and you're reaching round to the side. Really keep those tummy muscles tight. And just imagine you're trying to reach round with your elbow towards the mat. And if you're doing it from a seated position on a chair, opposite arms, opposite leg. Fantastic. Keep going. Only 10 seconds left. If it gets too tough, you can just pop your legs down for a minute. Well, not for a minute, for a second. Well done. Right, everybody's coming back up now. What we're now either going to do is a nice simple side step, what we can do with a jump in the middle. So it's just going across, nice and easy. Or you can do what's called a skater, where we're just going to jump. So off we go. Just jumping on opposite legs, and your leg goes behind. Or we're just going to do side to side. So whichever you're most comfortable with. Again, it's balancing when you do the skaters. You find that you might start wobbling everywhere, but use those arms if you are doing them, if you're jumping. So drive forward as you jump and then pull them back. The more you can work on your core strength, the more balance you'll have as we progress through and rest. Now we're on. We've got two of the boxing moves that we did. So the first one is just legs still, knees slightly bent, and we're just going to do the hooks. So coming round from the side, using all your tummy muscles and from your waist as well. So off we go. So imagine you are trying to like punch a bag. So you wouldn't just use your arms, you try and use all your strength. Keep those knees nice and soft. Fantastic. Brilliant, well done. 5 seconds left. And rest. The next one, exactly the same position, legs wide, knees nice and soft, but you're going to do it as an uppercut. So really think about engaging your tummy muscles now, especially as we go into the second round. Don't breathe in and hold your breath, but just imagine you've got a big like belt around it and you can just feel the tension. So off we go into the uppercuts. Again, really drive through with the arms. And even though your legs aren't working, you're still getting a workout because you've got that slightly bent knee position. You're working all your thigh muscles as well, all down your quads. Brilliant, ladies, well done. That's it, 10 to go. Three, two, one. Fantastic. Last one of the first 12. It's just going to be just marching legs, and we're going to do arms out, and we're going to do really small circles. Doesn't sound much, but all down the top of your arm muscles, holding your arms out, you'll feel it. So off we go. So this one allows you to catch your breath a bit from the other exercises, but you will start to feel it on your arms. Whichever way you go, and it doesn't matter if you go forward or back, but just keep it in that position. You can make them a tiny bit bigger, you can, but it's just supposed to be a small controlled movement. Brilliant. 5 to go. Well done. So that's the first round all the way through. So now you know, when you're doing the sit-ups, you can do the chair option. When we're doing the press-ups, you can do the wall option. And either do the skaters or just the side steps with a jump in the middle. But we're going back to just those squats first. So off we go, keeping your chest up and your back nice and straight, sinking your bum down towards your heels, and just keep those heels planted on the floor. As you drive up, you're pushing up through your heels and squeeze your bum at the top. If you can go a bit lower now because your muscles are warmed up, you can do. Just keeping that chest nice tall. And hold it on this last one and just pulse. 3, 2, 1 and up. Brilliant. So now it's the squats again with those hip circles. If you found it really hard first time round to progress from the squat into the hip circle, then I'd say just try working on the hip circles. Touch the wall if you want and just alternate, because it is really good for your hip flexors and your pelvis. So squat if you can with the hip circles, or just do the hip circles and use a wall or a chair for balance. I've got one really hip, my left hip is really tight compared to my right. I took a picture of it the other day and put them side by side. So I've really got to work on those hip flexors. One more. Fantastic, well done. So we're in to the lateral lunge. So step out to the side with your forward leg bent, your back leg straight, and just reaching down towards your toes. You don't have to touch your toes, just reaching to the other side. If you want to just lunge without the arm movement, that's fine. Off we go. Just try and keep your head up when you're not tempted to look towards the floor, and arch the back. Don't worry about overstretching too far either. Brilliant, well done, keep going. Last 10 seconds. And rest. Make sure you're grabbing a drink or some water if you need it. It's our press up next. So either find your wall or your door, or get down onto the floor. Just don't lock your elbows out too much, and just slowly lower keeping your core nice and tight, back straight. Remember, it's not about how fast you do these. And if you're doing it on the wall, the slower that you go, the harder it is. Brilliant, last one. Well done. Now, where are we? Right, we're going to do, I can't remember, I did this one last time. We're going to do chest press and a knee raise. I might have missed this one out. Chest press, and as we press, lift the knee, off we go. So just push the arms together and raise the knee. That's it, well done. But really squeeze those arm muscles as you push them in. Imagine you've got those weights attached and there's some resistance there. That's it, well done. Last 5 seconds. Brilliant, well done. So we're back on the sit-ups or the seated leg raise. So on the chair or the bed, 20 seconds raising each leg, or down on the floor. And remember, we start at the top and just go back halfway. Off we go. So inhale on your way down and exhale on your way up. So you might just be trying to breathe anyway, sometimes it's hard. If you want to, go lower and swap legs if you're on the chair. But don't go lower if it affects your technique. Just making your back, if it's pulling on your back, just keep it nice and shallow. And relax. Again, we're on to the Russian twist, so if you're on the floor, legs slightly, feet slightly raised off the floor, and you're just reaching that elbow down on each side. And if you're on the chair, it's exactly the same position, but you're just raising your knee as you rotate round. Off we go. If you're on the floor, you'll probably feel you wobbling around on your bum as your tummy muscles are working hard to keep you in position and stop you from rolling over. If you need to take a breather, just put your feet down on the floor, still keep the movement, and then after a few seconds just raise your feet again. Brilliant, well done, 5 to go. Oh, fantastic. So slowly up, and we've only got 3 left. So we've got the hooks, the uppercuts, and then the arm circles. So legs nice and wide, soft knees, bend a little bit if you can, and we're coming round with those hooks. Off we go. So the lower that you bend, or bend your knees if you go into like a squat position, then you're going to work more on your legs as well as your arms. So just remember, really use all those muscles all the way up your sides as well as your arms. That's it, well done. Fantastic, 10 to go. If you have dipped a little bit further on your legs, you might feel it. Feel the burn now. And relax. Shake them off. And then same position, but this time for the uppercuts. I really need to make sure to turn the heating off sooner before I do these sessions. Okay, so into position, knees bent, dip a bit lower if you can, and off we go with the uppercuts. Fantastic. Remember, you don't need to do any of these moves at my pace. You might be slower than me, you might be faster, but as long as you've got the technique right, you'll find something comfortable for you. I try and keep it at a pace where you can follow so you can see what I'm doing. 10 seconds to go. Brilliant. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Shake the legs off if you need to. And then the last one we've got is those marching the arm circles. So again, we're just going to hold it nice and wide. We'll march the legs while we do it, and you're just going to rotate round. So off we go. If you can for this final one, raise your knees a little bit higher, and just keep circling those arms. But keep it to a small movement, working some of those smaller muscle groups. Talking, moving my arms and lifting my legs. That's challenging for this time on a Thursday. Brilliant, 10 to go. Fantastic. 3, 2, 1, and relax. That was fantastic. Well done. So we're just going to go into our cool down now. So all we're going to do is bring our breathing, our heart rate back down. So lift up and stretch over. So feeling it stretch all down your side. Reach up and rotate the other way. And up, and one more on each side. Brilliant. Now we're going to do another roll down, so exactly like we did earlier. We're going to roll down each vertebrae down, and then from the bottom back up with the stretch at the top. So chin to chest, roll down. This time when you get to the bottom, because your muscles are warm, hold it for a few seconds so you're stretching out your hamstrings and your calves. And then slowly roll back up. Shoulders back, stretch up, and one more, chin to chest. Hold the stretch. And slowly roll up. Shoulders back, and stretch up. Brilliant. Now just take those legs wide, and all we're going to do is point your left foot outwards. You're going to bend your knee so that you can feel the inside of your right leg. So on your hip flexors, you're just stretching those. Remember, whenever you're doing any stretches, nothing should ever hurt. It should feel like the stretch, but it should never hurt. If it does, just release it a little bit. And all you're going to do is swap the direction your feet are facing to the other way. So your right foot's pointing out now. And bend your right leg so you can feel the stretch down the inside of your left thigh. Brilliant, well done. Right, come back up. This time, if you want to use a wall, you can, or a chair for support. You're just going to put both legs out, forward leg bent, feet both facing forward, and as you bend, you should feel that stretch down your calf. If you want to use a wall for a little bit of balance, you can. It does allow you to push a bit deeper into the stretch if you need to. Again, tight calves is something that I struggle with quite often, so I would have to make sure I get a nice deep stretch. But if you're fine, just standing, that's all you need to do. Step the feet together and you're going to swap legs. So you're stretching out your other leg now. and step it together. Again, keep hold of your wall if you need to, and we're just going to pull the leg up and stretch out the quads. So just keep your hips facing forward, keep your knees more or less together, and push your foot into your hands if you want to feel it stretch a little bit deeper. That's it. And then swap over, test my balance now because I'm too far away from the wall on this side. It's worse when you're in a class and you can see everybody falling over. The minute you see someone else wobbling, it makes you wobble as well. Fantastic. And then just to finish off, we'll just do some ankle rotations. You can do it seated, use the wall, but just raise one leg off the floor and just slowly rotate your ankle clockwise. And then anti-clockwise. And then swap legs. Fantastic, and the other way. Brilliant, well done. And that is our session done. So let me just pause this music. There we go. And feel free to unmute yourselves now if you want. But that was brilliant. Was the lighting better me doing it in here than when I was in the living room?
Yeah.
Yeah. Brilliant. That's what I was hoping. Especially with the night still being dark. It would be okay if we had sunshine. But
I
know. What I was going to say for as we progress along with the sessions, obviously I'll try and do different things and give options. If you ever see online, or you might already have, these are they're called resistance bands. You can get them on eBay. They're like £3 or £4, but they're like elastic bands essentially. They're rubber, but they're stretchy. So instead of doing anything with weights, they're really, really versatile. You can also use a towel. So when I do some exercises, if I'm using these just for using a little bit of, resistance on the arms, or you can do things, where you're putting them around your feet, and you can do all kinds of things. You don't have to have them. Well, like I say, I'll tell you in advance, and we'll use things like towels and stuff, but it's just to add a bit of variety. But they are really, really good, especially for stretching and things as well. And they come in different resistances. So if you do look to get any online, just read what resistance you're getting, because this one is they come in different strengths, and this one is really quite difficult to stretch, whereas this one's a lot simpler, but it is good for building up all your muscle groups and things as well. But just options for us as we go forward, because I know I'm going to be homeschooling, it seems, till March now, so I don't foresee us coming out of lockdown anytime soon.
Don't tell me.
No. Oh, well, hope you've all enjoyed it anyway, and have a lovely weekend.
You too.
I will do. See you next week.
Bye.
Okay, see you later, everyone.
Thanks, Gemma.
Okay, bye.
Bye.